factories make over 15 million labubus every year. That's enough to go around the Earth 2 times. Each one starts with simple stuff and goes through machines that mix, shape, and pack them very fast. But how are labubus really made in the factory? Back then, nobody knew what a labubus was. The first one was made in a small shop by a few people who wanted something easy, cheap, and fun to use. The name Labubus has a funny story too. Some say it came from the sound the first machine made, while others say it was just a silly word that stayed. At first, making a Labubus was slow because each one was made by hand. Only a few could be made in a whole day. But when machines were added, everything changed. Soon, hundreds, then thousands were made, and people everywhere wanted one. In hard times, Labubus became even more loved because it was small, low cost, and useful. Old ads even joked, "A day without a Labubus feels unfinished." That joke made people smile and helped it spread even more. From a funny name in a tiny shop to millions made around the world, the Labubus quickly became part of daily life. Every Labubus starts with a few simple materials that give it shape, color, and style. Trucks come to the factory carrying bags of plastic pellets, rolls of soft, fuzzy cloth, buckets of safe paints, tubs of glue, and stacks of printed cardboard for the blind box packaging. Each one has a clear job. Plastic makes the hard body and head, cloth adds the fuzzy, ugly, cute feel, paint gives the face and eyes their look, glue holds small parts in place, and cardboard makes the colorful mystery box collectors enjoy. Before making begins, the factory checks every delivery. Workers heat a small sample of the plastic pellets to see if they melt well without cracks or bubbles. The cloth is unrolled and tested for softness and color. If it feels rough or looks wrong, it is sent back. Paints are tested to be safe and bright. Glue is tested to make sure it sticks well without leaving a mess, and even the cardboard is checked so the printing is clear and the paper strong enough to last. If anything does not pass these tests, it never reaches the line. The factory sends it back to the supplier right away. This careful system makes sure only the best materials are used. By the time production begins, every bag of pellets, every roll of cloth, and every sheet of cardboard is safe, strong, and ready to help create a Labubus toy that meets the same high quality every time. After the materials are checked, they are kept in safe places until it is time to use them. Plastic pellets are poured into tall, closed bins that keep them dry and clean. If the pellets take in water from the air, they can make bubbles when melted. So workers watch the air and room temperature carefully. Simple meters check the moisture in the air, and the bins stay closed so no dust or dirt can get inside. The fabric rolls are kept in a clean, dry room. Each roll stays wrapped until it is needed, so it does not pick up dust or get damp. Paints and inks are stored in closed cans, so they stay smooth and do not dry out. The cardboard for the blind boxes is stacked on wooden boards and wrapped in plastic, so it stays flat and strong before printing. Storing everything this way makes sure that all the materials stay in good shape for the line. Before making begins, workers get the materials ready. Plastic pellets go into hot air dryers to take out any last bit of water. Fabrics are cut into the right size pieces for each toy. Paints are mixed to the right colors for each design, and glue is stirred so it spreads well. The cardboard sheets are sorted by series, so each blind box has the right look. By preparing all the parts early, the factory makes sure the line works smoothly without problems or delays. This is where the shaping begins. The dried plastic pellets are poured into a big machine called a molding machine. Inside, heaters melt the pellets until they turn into thick liquid, while a turning screw stirs the liquid to keep it smooth. This step matters because if the plastic does not melt evenly, the pieces can come out weak or cracked. By melting and stirring carefully, the factory makes sure the plastic is ready to be shaped. The hot liquid is then pushed into steel molds shaped like the parts of a Labubus: the round head, the small body, the arms, and the big ears. These molds are made with small details, so every piece looks the same. Cold water runs through hidden pipes in the mold to cool the plastic quickly. This stops the pieces from bending out of shape. In less than half a minute, the melted plastic hardens. The mold then opens with a clack, and the new Labubus parts drop onto a moving belt ready for the next step. Each machine can make many pieces at the same time, and the process repeats again and again. Some factories use more than 50 of these machines, all working at once. Together, they can make thousands of parts every hour. This steady rhythm is how the factory is able to make millions of Labubus toys each year, starting from simple plastic pellets that are melted, shaped, and cooled into perfect little parts. When the Labubus parts first come out of the mold, they often have small lines where the two sides of the mold joined. Some pieces also have thin bits of extra plastic called flash around the edges. If these rough spots are not removed, the toy would feel sharp and look untidy. To fix this, workers and simple cutting tools take off the extra plastic. Some use small blades, while others use tiny spinning cutters. This makes sure each part looks neat and is ready for the next step. After trimming, the parts need to be made smooth. Workers may sand them by hand with fine sandpaper, or machines may gently rub the pieces until the lines are gone. Some factories also use tumbling drums, where the toys roll around with soft pads that smooth the surface without hurting the shape. The aim is to make the toys soft to the touch and safe to hold, while also clearing away anything that could spoil the look. This step is very important because collectors want every Labubus to look clean and polished. If there are scratches or rough edges, the toy will not pass the checks. A smooth surface also helps the paint stick better in the next stage, making the colors bright and lasting longer. By trimming and smoothing with care, the factory makes sure each Labubus looks perfect before it goes on to be painted. This is the step where the Labubus starts to look real. After trimming, the plain plastic parts go to the painting area. The first job is to give each part its main color. The parts are held in place while spray machines cover them with a smooth coat of paint. This base color gives the body, head, and ears their first look. The spray rooms are kept very clean because even a little dust could spoil the smooth paint. Warm air dryers are then used to dry the paint so it stays in place. After the base coat, the small details are added. Painters with tiny brushes carefully work on the grin, the eyes, and any special designs. Machines help too. Printers can quickly stamp simple shapes or logos, but the small details are mostly painted by hand. This mix of fast machines and careful workers makes sure every Labubus looks the same while still showing its funny face and style. Special edition toys often get more hand painting, with extra care to make them unique. When painting is done, the toys are dried again and checked under bright lights. Workers look closely for smudges, missing lines, or colors that don't match the design. If something is wrong, the figure is fixed or removed. Each Labubus also gets a small code printed inside, so the factory can track when and where it was made. This careful painting and checking step is what turns plain plastic parts into a toy that feels full of life and ready for fans to collect. After painting and drying, the parts move to the assembly line where machines and workers put the toy together. Robots usually handle the bigger parts, snapping the body, legs, and head into place with fast, steady moves. Smaller parts are added by workers, who can adjust them if they don't fit right. Some pieces click together tightly, while others are glued to make them stronger, depending on how much the toy will be moved during play. If the Labubus has fabric, this is the step where it's added. The fabric pieces are either glued onto the plastic or stitched with thread to hold them better. Glue is used on smooth areas like the body, while stitches are used on parts that need to stay firm, like the ears or tail. Workers also smooth the fabric so it looks neat and matches the design. When the toy is fully built, each Labubus is checked. Workers make sure it can stand on its own, that the parts fit tightly, and that nothing feels loose. Toys that don't pass are fixed or set aside, while the rest move down the belt toward packaging. Before packaging, every Labubus must pass a set of careful checks to make sure it looks good and is safe. Workers look closely at each toy for paint mistakes, scratches, or missing parts. Many factories also use cameras that scan the toys on the line, catching problems that people might not see. Some toys are taken off the line for strength tests, where workers bend the arms, turn the head, or drop the toy to see if the parts can handle rough play without breaking. Because Labubus is sold in many places, safety is very important. Paint is tested in labs to make sure it has no harmful chemicals. Small parts are checked with a choke test tube, which is the size of a child's throat. If a part fits inside, it is unsafe. Workers also check edges and seams by hand to be sure they are smooth and will not scratch or poke. These steps help make sure the toy is safe before it goes forward. If a toy fails, workers choose whether it can be fixed, like repainting or tightening a joint, or if it must be taken out. Toys that cannot be fixed are recycled, with the plastic ground down and used again for other items. This reduces waste and makes sure only safe and strong Labubus toys move on to packaging. This step makes Labubus toys fun and exciting for collectors. Each toy is first put inside a small plastic bag to keep it clean and hide which figure it island. This bag protects the toy from dust, scratches, or small damage during the rest of the packing process. After that, the toy is placed into a bright blind box, which shows the series picture but does not reveal the exact toy inside. Machines or workers close each box carefully, making sure the toy stays safe and cannot fall out. Some factories check the boxes after sealing to make sure each one is properly closed. Once the toys are boxed, they are placed into larger cartons. Each carton usually holds a full set of the series, and the carton is labeled with the series number and the number of toys inside. Even though the cartons are labeled, the individual figures are still a surprise for anyone opening them. The cartons are packed tightly so the toys do not move around during shipping, which helps prevent damage. This careful packing keeps the toys safe while still keeping the excitement of the blind box. The hidden toy is one of the main reasons Labubus is so popular. Collectors enjoy the thrill of not knowing which figure they will get, and many trade extra toys with friends to complete their sets. By keeping the surprise and packing the toys carefully, the factory makes sure each toy is safe, strong, and fun. This way, opening the box becomes a special moment, adding extra excitement to collecting Labubus figures. After the blind boxes are sealed and put into cartons, workers place them on big pallets. The pallets keep the boxes organized and make them easier to move. Machines wrap the pallets tightly in plastic to keep the boxes steady and stop them from falling or getting damaged. Workers also check that the stacks are even and that fragile toys are on top. Forklifts carry the pallets to the loading dock, where trucks are ready. Each order is checked to make sure the right toys are going with each shipment. The trucks then take the Labubus toys to Pop Mart stores, toy shops, and online warehouses all over the world. Some shipments stay close, while others travel long distances by road, train, or ship in big containers. The containers keep the toys safe from weather, bumps, and rough handling. Drivers and delivery teams watch each shipment to make sure it gets to the right place on time. When the toys arrive, they are still clean, safe, and neatly packed, ready for collectors and fans. Careful stacking, wrapping, and tracking at every step make sure each toy reaches its destination in perfect condition, keeping the fun of opening a blind box just as exciting as when it left the factory. Labubus dolls are loved because they are more than just toys. They have lots of personality. Their ugly, cute faces, soft, fuzzy textures, and funny designs make them different from normal toys. Every little detail, like the shape of the ears or the faces, is made to be playful and fun. The mystery of the blind box adds extra excitement. Collectors and children never know which toy they will get, making opening each box feel like a fun game. Some fans trade or look for rare toys, making collecting a social hobby. Labubus is also popular because it helps fans relax and show their personality. Many people display their toys at home, take pictures, or share them online. Fans make groups and communities to enjoy the toys and the surprise together. The mix of cute, funny toys and the surprise of the blind box turns each toy into a small, fun experience that brings joy. From the start, Labubus is made with care. Small plastic pieces are molded, painted, and put together with many checks to make sure each toy is safe, fun, and special. Every joint is tested, colors are checked, and the packaging keeps the toy safe while keeping the surprise inside. This care is why millions of Labubus dolls are made and sold all over the world each year, keeping fans happy and excited. Have you ever opened a Labubus blind box? Which toy did you get, and was it your favorite? Share your story in the comments and tell us which one you hope to get next. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss more fun toy stories and surprises.